Hello and welcome to Arkansas Style. I am your host, Nicole Neiman. Globally renowned fashion designer Michael Toccin is back in the studio to give us the 411 on his Fashion Fun LDT holiday collection and show us how to style Toccin toppers to a T. And things are starting to heat up in Ayanna Gray's novel, Beasts of Prey. Karen O'Connell will join us in the Book Nook to dive into part 3, Wake Not a Sleeping Hyena. Also, do you believe in fairy tales? Porch Swing Farms is a local favorite, but the love story behind its founding will make your heart skip a beat. But before all of that, this holiday season, KARK and Arkansas Style have partnered with Hank's Fine Furniture to bring you Santa's Holiday Gift Drive, benefiting the Children's Advocacy Center of Arkansas. Here to tell us more about CAC is Executive Director Elizabeth Pulley, along with Lifetime Achievement Award recipient and a lady who really needs no introduction, our First Lady of the State, Susan Hutchinson. Well, girls, thanks for dressing up my couch today.
Thank you.
But on a very, very serious note, I do appreciate you both being here. Elizabeth, can you just set the stage for us what CAC does and how our gift drive is going to benefit the children?
Absolutely. Child abuse happens every single day in Arkansas, and 90% of the children know their abuser. And our Child Advocacy Center statewide provide free direct services to our child victims. We have 30 locations in Arkansas that provide that service to the children.
Wow, if 30 locations doesn't tell you the demand that you have on this service, that speaks volumes. And Susan, you as the First Lady, I really value the fact that you take your platform and you give back. And this has been one organization that's really been near and dear to your heart. How did you get involved with CAC?
Well, I was introduced to Children's Advocacy Centers way back in 2010, back in Benton County, ACES home county. We'd returned there. And we're building life and everything, and I was introduced to it and fell in love with what they were doing. I had no idea the breadth of the need. It's like Elizabeth was saying, I thought it was a stranger that the children don't know, and it's extreme opposite. Like 90% of the time, they know exactly who has across the line with them.
So what kind of services will CAC provide for these children then, Elizabeth?
So we provide advocacy services, a recorded forensic interview for prosecution, a medical exam if one is needed, and mental health services. And that's where the healing begins for the child.
Oh my gosh, I mean, really tough to overcome all of that, but you know, thankful that you have a safety net. Susan, do you have a favorite story that you can remember from, you know, your lifetime of service with CAC?
Well, there's been some heartbreaking stories, but there's been a lot of success as the children come in for that counseling and get their thinking altered and not blame themselves. But there was one particular story, and it was actually in the newspaper more than 7 years ago, and it was a 4-year-old little girl, and she was asked her name at the center, and she said idiot.
Excuse me?
Yes.
She said what?
Idiot was her name. That's the only thing she'd ever been called. And so it unfolded that she needed to be interviewed, and the realization was that she needed our services, that there had been a crime committed against her. And we stepped in, and investigators, we don't investigate, we just do the interview on behalf of the investigators, because we're nice and quiet, and we don't have a badge, and we can't put anybody in jail or have any say in any of it, which is perfectly perfect, actually. And in the course of it, they took the interview and they made the necessary arrest and prosecutions on that case. And the little picture you have there.
Yes, what did you bring here to show?
Well,
can you get this? Susan brought a memento.
Do I need to change the angle? That's a little thank you from this little girl who went through the mental health services.
You want me to hold it up?
And
there you got it, Susan. There you go, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you from the little girl. Thank you for
it's
giving
a little
to
thank
the
you
Lord.
From the little girl. She went through counseling, and she recovered, you know, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. from these violations against her. And this is her handprint, which is very common, what we do at the different centers, that the children that get our services, they are given. There's no cost to anyone. That's the reason we do fundraising. But the handprint, and they put them on the wall, but she put hers on this picture and was thanking me for giving to the Lord because someone had been saved. She had been saved from that horror. And I do think of it as God's work, because God has such a soft spot in his heart for children.
Well, and when you see that handprint, you really do make the connection. These are real people, real children out there that are in need of help. Elizabeth, what's the best way for people to get involved with CAC?
Well, to learn about what we do, to be involved, to give back, cacarkansas.org is our website, and you can find your local center, or you can take a look at being a part of a statewide effort. So we love to have people involved in what we do.
Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, it's people who can't help themselves, and
Absolutely.
that's, you know, that's the function that you serve.
And one of the things you don't think about is the police or the investigators are bringing the children to us for that interview to see what needs to be done on their behalf. Sometimes they have to have a change of clothes. For the evidence room, those clothes go there, or they need a teddy bear, or some police officers like to have a teddy bear or something in the car if they have to bring them in a patrol car to us, so the children know they're not going to kiddie jail. They're going to see some nice people who want to listen.
Yeah, and
to
then
them.
you have some comforts, you know, again, like a safety net for them.
And there's church camps that you can do for kids in foster care. There's a whole lot of things. Just contact us. We can tell you there's so many good people out there that are trying to fill in the gaps in a child's life, and you'll see the pinwheel, and we use this to remind us that childhood should be carefree and as light as a breeze that it takes to spin a pinwheel.
Yeah. Well, in getting to know you, you introduced me to CAC, and now I know you, Elizabeth. And for all of you at home, we invite you to please give back to the CAC this holiday season. We are doing that in conjunction with Hank's Fine Furniture and KARK News. We are sponsoring our own gift drive to help the children of CAC. Ladies, what a pleasure. Susan, so nice to see
Thank you, Nicole.
Lovely as always, just a big heart and just a beautiful lady. Elizabeth, nice to meet you, and please stay in touch with me if there's anything else I can do to help, okay? Great. Now, when we return, New York designer Michael Toccin is here with holiday looks from his LDT collection that will keep you up all night and looking your finest. Stay tuned. You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Now, welcome back to Arkansas Style. It's not very often that you get to meet the designer behind the brand. Michael Toccin, along with his wife Alex, are a New York-based design duo with ties here in Arkansas. With a nod to the powerfully feminine style of the 60s and 90s, Michael is here to preview their LDT brand holiday collection. Michael, welcome back.
So nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
You are a surrogate Arkansan. Everybody loves having you here.
I love being here.
Even our first lady, who was just in our first block, wearing your Toccin looks.
She always styles it to a T.
And guess what? Yours truly. Thank you for making us all look so good and feel good, and for all the women out there who are wearing your designs.
Thank you. That's my greatest gift, is making women always feeling their best, to be comfortable, confident, and stylish. That's what we try and do at Toccin and LDT.
And you hit it every time.
Thank you.
So tell me what we're going to look at today, because is this it's not a new brand, but it's a spin-off brand of your main brand, and is it a new line that you're featuring too?
So LDT is our second brand. When we created Toccin, we always knew there would be another generation of our brands, and I always had a dream to launch a brand at Dillard's, to create an approachable price point, exciting, happy, joyful collection. And we are here today to show you our holiday collection for LDT.
All right, and these are available in stores now?
Available in stores and online at dillards.com.
Oh, good. All right, ladies, pay attention. Here we go. We are going to preview some of these holiday looks on screen. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it all.
So this is our Hannah dress. It's our velvet and parachute dress. This is a winner. It comes in the hunter green. It also comes in black. It is just a great dress for the holidays, and I think this is like the perfect dress to wear on Christmas Eve.
And you know what, Michael? The way you design for a woman's body is nothing short of genius. You hide all the places we want to have hidden. You accentuate all the places that we want to look great. And your mix of fabrics, I mean, just is such a visual interest.
So the trick on this dress is I always believe in defining a waist, and we have the sash belts here on the Hannah dress. So you have the choice of using the sash or not using the sash, but my recommendation is to use it, because women that tell me they don't have a waist, it will give them a waist, and it also gives you shape, and I just think it finishes the look.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that sash too, and I'd even put it, one of my flowers on there too if I, really
We
felt
know you
snazzy.
love a little add-on accoutrement.
I know. Did you see my Rochelle Berlin earrings?
I'm checking them out.
Can't miss them, right?
I think that would look great with one of our looks.
All right, Michael, we're going to continue on. We've got another holiday look that we're going to check out from LDT. Ooh, okay.
This is a great dress. The Jackie sheath is perfect to have in your wardrobe because it's seasonal and seasonless. I think it's the perfect little black dress that you could wear to the office and then wear to your holiday work cocktail party. Or it's just a great dress to even wear to a luncheon, and the little gold buttons give it a little jazz, and I think it is just a great item, as I said, for your wardrobe. She's, of course, wearing it here with the platform shoe, which is a hot trend this season. But if you don't want to wear a platform, you could throw this on with a flat, with a little accoutrement, or you could also wear it with a smaller heel height. This dress is for all women of all ages and all sizes, and it comes from a size range, I think, of a 0 to 16.
Nice.
Yeah.
That, if you travel at all, that would be a great travel piece, because like you said, you can dress it up, dress it down, and it will look different and take its own personality on.
And that's what we love doing at our brands. We love creating items that women can have versatility with.
Oh gosh, Michael, I mean, just one after the other. There isn't one that I don't like.
Really?
All right, let's see if the next one I don't like. Let's see. Nope, love it.
So we're all about a little sequins. Let me tell you, my wife Alex loves sequins. This is our Irma tie waist dress. It did so well when we launched this dress in purple that it came back in the white, it came back in a pink, and it came in black.
Cute.
And I think every lady needs this in their wardrobe, especially that black. Hose is in. I see that you're wearing some hose today, and I think it would look great with a pair of black hose. You wear it with a black pump. Maybe even put a headband on. Give it a different look. I mean, this dress is great for women, and as you can see, it ships with the belt as well. So you might want to throw on that little flower onto the little tie.
Well, when you're looking at that, you're right. The hose, when you turn the corner of a certain age, having a stocking is not a bad option. The keyhole front of this is really nice. I love the see-through chiffon blouse sleeve. So again, it covers and highlights all the parts that you want and then hides all the things that you don't.
And it has a young look, which we're always about a little young spirited at LDT, but that doesn't mean that it can't be something wearable for women of all ages.
Yeah, and that's another one of your statements.
That's our mantra. We want to dress everybody. When people ask us, who are you dressing? We're dressing everybody, and it's all about how you style it your way.
Good, good, good. All right, do we have another one, Taylor? Oh, look at how cute that is.
This is a really cute dress.
Are those pearls?
They're actually little diamond encrusted beading detail along the Peter Pan neckline.
Oh, I am in love with that.
It's really a great dress. It's a satin material with, I think that with the collar, a little puff sleeve, and I think, again, this is a great dress for the holidays, and you could carry it throughout the year. It's all about how you style it your way.
Oh, Michael, I mean, between you and Alex, honestly, put the two of you together. I mean, you might be able to solve world peace.
If fashion can solve world peace, then I'm a happy man.
I don't know, you've solved all the fashion problems there are. I think we've got one more to check out. Let's see.
Let's check out that Kyla. Now, it was all about a little bit of everything when it came to this dress. And when we were designing it, they're like, let's do sequin, let's do a V, let's do this. And I go, we're not quite finished. I think we need to add some feathers because feathers are a hot trend this season in all market levels. This Kyla sequin dress is just a game changer, and it is actually selling out at Dillard's. I was at the local Dillard's here at Little Rock at Park Plaza, and there does not seem to be many of them left. So if you want to go order it, go online at dillards.com and go pick up this dress because it is definitely a winner and it's fun.
Yeah, oh, Michael, and I can attest, you know, to all of you who haven't tried his brand yet, the styles really are comfortable, true to size, you know, great fabrics, and it just really makes you feel great when you're wearing it.
That's our goal.
All right, now you're not going anywhere, right?
We're coming back.
You will be here later to rejoin us to demonstrate all the wonderful ways to style his Toccin toppers, and the possibilities are truly endless. When we return, we can't wait to share the most serendipitous love story. It begins with two people from Arkansas who each leave for the big city, have a chance meeting in the Midwest, fall in love, give up their big city careers, and move home to farm in Bigelow. Stay with us. You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Porch Swing Farms is more than just a farm. It's a fairy tale, love and fate. Let's check it out. All the things I won't do for you here on Arkansas Style. I've taken a field trip out to Bigelow, Arkansas, to Porch Swing Farm with my new friend, the chicken. But it's not about her today. It's about a love story. Wait until you meet the people behind Porch Swing Farms. Aaron Baldwin and Holly Payne, founders of this farm. They have an incredible story to tell. If I get there alive. Today really has been a magical day on Arkansas Style. We've taken you to Porch Swing Farms where we showed you the actual farm, but I really wanted to talk to you about the love story behind the farm and the people who founded it. I'm with Holly Payne and Aaron Baldwin, who have both founded the farm, and they're here with me today on their porch at their own personal home. But, you know, life is not really a straight line journey. You didn't just end up here, right? They have pretty cosmopolitan backgrounds. So Holly, let's start with you. What were you doing before you started farming?
Sure. Well, I started off farming many years ago. So I grew up on a tiny little goat farm in Northwest Arkansas. And then decided that I wanted to leave that goat farm in Northwest Arkansas. And went to college and then went to graduate school. And in graduate school, I got a degree in costume design. So I learned how to draw and paint and design costumes and make patterns. And so after graduate school, I did that for many years, freelancing, lots of different places, but settled down in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and had a really lovely theater career going. And then I met this one. And then we started thinking about maybe going back to the South.
So imagine, you know, you become a costume designer in a major city in America, and all of a sudden you decide you're going to come back home. And you've met Aaron. So Aaron, like you didn't just, you know, grow up on a farm either. You came from somewhere pretty prestigious. Tell us about your background.
Yeah, I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, which of course is the big city here in Arkansas. But I was fortunate enough to see some of the country and some of the world as a young kid. So when I turned 17, I wanted to get out of Little Rock. I went to St. Louis, Missouri, which had a professional baseball team looking for the big city. I got a degree in school there, but had to travel a few more miles up the road to Chicago before I found the big city. I fell in love with Chicago before deciding to go back to graduate school.
Okay.
Graduate school would take me to Birmingham, Alabama, before taking me to Milwaukee. And that is where I met the famous Holly Payne.
Yeah.
All right. But Aaron, you're leaving out a very big piece of your education. What did you end up getting a degree in, and how far did you go?
I started off in St. Louis and got a biology undergraduate degree before going to graduate school to get a doctoral degree in biochemistry.
So you started farming. You came from a farming background. Did you do any farming in Little Rock?
No.
Okay. So how did you figure this out?
Yeah. That's a good question. There's something about all the education that we've had where you learn how to teach yourself stuff. We talk to all the people, we watch a lot of YouTube videos, and figure out what road we want to go down with this, because it felt like to us one of the most important thing to start with was the plan. So our end game was to make really delicious food. We wanted to get back to something that Arkansas is great at, which is a lot of space and a community that's conducive to this sort of thing.
So where does it begin? Does it begin with buying the land?
Well, it starts actually with Aaron making bacon. So we started off real simply that Aaron wanted to make bacon. Really. So now we have 25 acres. We have a whole pig process. So we have what's called farrow to finish. So we have the moms, we raise the piglets, and then we take them to the processor. So we, as we say around here, we went whole hog into the farming.
Very cute. All right, Aaron, what surprised you most about starting this business?
It's been a heck of a learning curve, which we sort of love. Holly and I were both teaching in local universities recently, and to be a good professor, we believe you have to be good students. So we enjoyed the challenge, which led us to start to smoke meat. So as Holly suggested, the animals you saw out at the farm, we had to drive long and far to build that herd.
And it sounds like it's a love affair, not only with the land, but with your herd, and then of course with each other. How did the two of you end up meeting and, fulfilling this dream?
That's funny. We actually met on Match.com.
Oh,
So,
thank you, Match.com.
Thank you,
Okay.
Match.com. So we met there and
Costume designer looking for biochemist who wants to farm.
it was very simple
That was your-
profile. That was it. That was it. 100%. There was only one applicant. Oddly enough, I'm just kidding. So we met on Match.com, and I tell the story about it because he sent me a message, and I said da 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 da, and he said he was from Birmingham because he had been just in Birmingham, and when and I was like, oh great, the South, that's amazing. And then I gave him my phone number, and he called me, and I was like, you sound like you're from Arkansas.
No.
And that was when he was like, well, I'm really from Little Rock. I was like, no way. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, are your hearts melting? Mine literally just hit the floor. So we began the interview talking about how, life is really not one straight line, but the fact that it's so serendipitous, the two of you met outside of Arkansas, we're both from Arkansas, are now back in Arkansas.
Well, something that's important to me, I spent, this is a little peculiar, I spent almost 20 years as a vegetarian. So I spent much of my life doing that. And then we got together, and it felt like, you know what, we can do this the right way, so that it felt like the humane part of it is really important to me as far as how we do things. So I feel good about what we do, and I feel like the products we're putting out are really, like you said, we're putting out good things into the world, both delicious but also as kind as possible.
Yeah, the old-fashioned way. This is as old as the tale of time. Yes. Love and farming, for sure. Well, thank you both for giving me some of your time. I really love your story, and it's more enchanting than I even expected it to be. So for those of you at home, try their product. First of all, you're going to taste all the love that they put into their farm and their animals and with each other. Thanks for having me out to your own personal home, too. I hope you enjoyed learning more about Aaron and Holly and all the things to come with Porch Swing Farms. How about that? Two Arkansans who leave for the big city, meet in the big city, and then come back home to farm. That is a love story, which is a movie that needs to be made. Now, when we return, Karen O'Connell will join us to dive even deeper into the mystical and action-packed journey of Part 3. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Now, Karen warned us that the next few parts of Ayanna Gray's novel, Beasts of Prey, was going to be filled with action and suspense, and she was not kidding. Here to help us break it down, as always, is Karen O'Connell and our show's executive producer, Taylor Mooney. Okay, my Book Nook girls, how we doing?
Yeah, these two sections are just really like zipping through. It's action, action, action. So
It is.
how's it going?
It's nonstop. Every time you think they're safe, they're not.
Another beast, another situation. And these situations are really kind of bringing out weaknesses and strengths in both Kofi and
Ekon.
Ekon, why is my brain so Ekon is our voice of reason and Kofi is our voice of passion, and they have to learn how to compromise with that, because both of their weaknesses get them into trouble, and sometimes both of their strengths get them into trouble.
Oh, absolutely.
These are cool themes that Ayanna has developed, and I don't really know how to put it into words, but I bet you can, finish my sentence. But she almost teaches you lessons, like as if you're a child, a young adult, or a parent reading this, to talk about the struggles that they face and the challenges and the temptations, right?
Right, exactly. How do you learn how to be a team member? How do you learn how to play off of each other's strengths? How do you learn to listen to each other? And how do you learn to trust each other? And I think a lot of that is happening when you're in these sort of high stakes situations that they're experiencing.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we're also sort of learning a lot more about Ekon and some of the trauma that he went through. His father was killed in the forest where they are right now, and he has some coping mechanisms. He likes to count.
Yes, he's very into counting a lot, and it's almost like the spirit of his father is haunting him in a sense, like the forest is alive, and every time that he's near it, it calls out to him. But we actually learned in part 2 that he almost needs to face that fear in order to get over it, in a sense, and same with Kofi, yeah. She's got a lot to face, so that and they mentioned, what you put in is what you give back to the jungle.
That's right.
And that was a really interesting part to me, because that's another lesson that you learn in this book, is kind of like what you put out is what you get.
So not only does Ayanna do a nice job of, teaching us lessons and, growing up experiences and things like that, but I feel like the language that she uses is very colorful. Is that true, Taylor?
Oh my gosh, the detail. She almost describes everything in such a way that you feel like you can reach out and touch it. It's so insane. And I will say that reading part 2 and part 3, if you are a fan of Lord of the Rings, I am obsessed, and this book reminds me so much, because they go through the forest, and it's just this this very magical, mystical, unexplainable journey that
I think you can make those connections to those core of fantasy, like what is core to all world building, and what do people take from it? That's really it. And Taylor's always great with the pickups, So part 2 and part 3 ends with cliffhangers, and that's how she keeps us sort of moving through and just sort of getting through really quickly. Part 3's we really have to, I guess the end of part 2, Kofi's in trouble, and she's really sick, and we sort of see how she gets saved in part 3, and she gets saved by basically the spirits of her ancestors sort of intercede to save her, and that's where we're sort of learning how Adia is becoming connected to this. story. As we're learning a little bit more about these Splendor users, these magic users that used to be and aren't anymore, the Kofi seems to be, and Adia was. And I think the biggest cliffhanger at the end of part 3, moving in, is we're really learning who the Shatani is.
Okay.
And I don't know if we should spoil that.
No. Gotta read the book. Karen, thanks for choosing this book. And I want to remind our viewers that we did meet the author. So if you want to go to our website, Arkansas Style, you can watch our interview with Ayanna Gray. Thanks for being here. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you so much.
Read on.
Yeah.
Now, when we return, Kenya Theus and Jay Mark with Rejuvenate Sea Moss products will be here to tell us why sea moss is the ultimate superfood. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Kenya Theus and Jaylon Marks started Rejuvenate, changing the marks with one goal in mind: to help families change generational health issues. They are here to tell us now why sea moss is the ultimate superfood. All right, you two, this is a new one for me, sea moss, but it sure doesn't look like sea moss. It looks like it's margarita time.
Yeah, look, yeah.
All right, so let's start with you, Kenya. Tell me about your product.
So sea moss is a multivitamin. A lot of people, when they think of sea moss, they think of something that comes from the bottom of the sea. Yes, it is, but if it's processed correctly, you will never taste a fishy smell or anything.
Okay.
So that multivitamin will replace your fluorescent acids, as well as all of the vitamins that you would go to Walmart and purchase for your day-to-day multivitamin. Sea moss has all of that.
No,
so
wait.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, sea moss has 94.
Did you see my mind just blow up? Think about that at home real fast here, Kenya. If you're at home and you take a handful of multivitamins or even one giant multivitamin, you can get all of that in sea moss.
Yes, ma'am.
Love it.
Because sea moss has 94 of the 102 minerals that our body needs to conceive daily. Okay. So if you look at the periodic table, sea moss has 94 of those. So you can survive off sea moss and, you know, of course, changing your eating habits and, you know, the good stuff.
Okay. All right. Jaylon, what have you brought here?
We brought our sea moss lemonades. We have blueberry lemonade, we have the tropical lemonade, and we have the pineapple lemonade. And as far as the smoothies, we brought the cherry limeade smoothie, and we call this one the pineapple quencher. If you like pineapples, you'll love that. And we brought the sea moss gels. We have here about 7 different kinds. I think we got about 10. We only brought a few.
What's a sea moss gel? I don't know what that is.
The actual sea moss, we take it and blend it up.
Okay.
And turn it into a gel.
Okay.
We flavor it up because the sea moss itself raw is very nasty. So we take fruit and add it into it, make it taste good.
And so do you eat this whole thing?
No, you take 2 teaspoons daily.
2
teaspoons. And it'll boost your
teaspoons.
immune system. It'll give you energy. It'll give you all your vitamins and minerals that your body needs daily.
Oh my gosh! And it's going to taste like a tropical drink.
Whatever flavor. We got
flavor.
Strawberry. We got blueberry, chocolate. We got tropical. We got cherry.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Do you have a favorite, Kenya?
My favorite is passion fruit.
Ooh.
You know, passion fruit gives you that twang and it keeps it spicy. So I'm a little spicy, so I go for the passion fruit.
I like your style. How about you, Jaylon? Do you have a favorite?
I would say my favorite is the cherry.
The cherry.
I like the
Ooh,
cherry.
that sounds good
Yeah,
too.
it's good.
All right. Well, I think this is an interesting concept. Whatever made you come up with this?
Well, as you said before, we wanted to change the way that society saw hereditary diseases. Diseases aren't hereditary. They're dietary. It's all about what you're consuming in your body. Mm-hmm. So one day we were sitting and we were like, our knees are hurting, our arms are hurting. What can we do? So we knew about sea moss. So we said, okay, let's start processing it, come up with different ways to get people to consume it. Mm-hmm. So sea moss lemonade was actually the first one we came up with. Mm-hmm. It tastes delicious. And I was like, yeah, we have to keep making that. Then we came up with the different flavor sea moss gels. We want people to enjoy taking a multivitamin. Many people have a hard time swallowing pills, right? And it's nasty.
Yes.
But these right here, you will enjoy it. My 5-year-old son, he takes it daily and he believes in it.
Good.
Yeah,
That's so
so-
nice. Yeah, see, you're practicing what you preach.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Jaylon, where do we find your product?
You can find us on Facebook at Rejuvenate, Changing the Marks. You can also find us on Instagram as well at Rejuvenate, Changing the Marks. Those are the social medias that we do have.
Oh, well, you two, I mean, you've inspired me to live a little healthier, especially when it looks like this. Is it all right if I put a little something, something in there too?
Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
you
yeah.
can. You can
As long as
actually
it's
mix
vodka.
it with something, but it has to be tequila.
See,
Another
Yeah.
thing, all these products are vegan.
all vegan too.
All vegan.
Look at that. Well, you two, you're onto something. I appreciate you coming in and sharing with our audience all this goodness.
Yes, ma'am.
Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful holiday season.
And you too.
You too.
Okay, great. Michael Toccin will rejoin us in a few with a few models and a whole lot of fashion to demonstrate the endless ways to style Toccin to a T. Stay with us. You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Michael is back with two models, Alexis and Cameron, and it's time for a little game of dress up. We are going to show you just how many ways you can style Toccin Topper to the T, and the possibilities are truly endless. Michael, again, this just demonstrates the magic of your line. It is just, what do you call it?
To a T.
No, you call it effortless. How do you style the three words you use?
Effortless fashion.
Effortless fashion, let's too. All right, so Alexis, let's start with you. You've got just a basic Toccin piece on. Michael, tell us a little bit about it, would you?
So we're all about cool luxe staples at Toccin, and what makes these items so great are the different ways that you can put them together with the different toppers of the coats. And I'm all about neutral items in a wardrobe because it's all about how you finish it off, whether you want to pop it with a colorful shoe, you want to wear maybe a leopard or a zebra print, you want to wear a colorful accessory, you want to wear a pop of color in your jewelry or your headpiece. So what's great about these items, you could buy the dress, wear it with the topper, the actual matching topper, or you could buy the tank, the skirt, match it with the topper. So you have a lot of different combinations you can play with. And then of course you buy that novelty item like our faux shearling that we have here, the toggle coat, that you can mix and match with everything here.
All right, so Will, let's pan over here to Cameron because Cameron is now in another basic. It's kind of a same idea that Alexis has on, but it's two pieces, right?
So we're all about the sets at Toccin, and we started with 3-piece sets, and this season we went to even 2-piece sets. So you could buy the tank with the skirt, or you could buy the tank, the skirt, and the topper, which gives it the 3-piece set.
Yes, look at that. Again, it's basic pieces that are building blocks of your wardrobe.
100%, and I can tell you that Cameron's tank and skirt, each item is under $200.
Oh, yeah, and that's investment dressing. This is just never going to go out of style.
100%.
And with a sweater, you know, it's going to expand and contract with you as well.
What's great about the skirt, you could wear a men's white Oxford boyfriend shirt, roll up the sleeve, you know, tuck it in, wear it to the office. And this is, again, great items that you could wear to work and then wear out to dinner as well.
All right, let's hop up and let's style them to a T, shall we, Michael?
Let's do it.
You brought a couple of basic pieces. How about you take Alexis and put her in your cardigan?
Let's
see
do
how,
it.
Let's see how we take that dress and give it a special look with just that cardigan. Again, that cardigan, investment dressing, you can wear that absolutely everywhere and every way.
And by the way, great
Go ahead, Alexis,
gift.
give us a little walk for us,
Great
too.
gift giving for the holidays. You can even just buy the topper on its own and wear it back with jeans and a t-shirt. This is just a great item to have in your wardrobe. Now, Cameron, let me throw on.
It totally completes the look. Wait, turn around here, Alexis, honey. I want the camera to see. Look at the design detail that Toccin does in their fabrics. Look at how slimming that looks. Oh, gorgeous.
That's
Love
what
it,
we're
honey.
all about, creating the lines that are going to make a woman look even leaner.
Okay, this is so on trend right now too. Great piece for fall, winter. Really completes the look again. It's kind of that blue boucle knit or a faux shearling.
It's a faux shearling.
Okay, perfect, got it. And you've got all that piping on there that really makes it stand out.
It's all about the details, and now we can mix and match, and I can show Cameron's coat.
Okay, this is what we girlfriends do. We go in each other's closets and we trade.
That's a great idea. So then you can have all of it.
Uh-huh, that's right.
So there you go. Mixing and matching the different combinations.
Look at how smart. Very cute. All right, Alexis, do a little spin for me again so we can see the back of that. Look at the detail. I mean, the way that you finish your fabrics is really impeccable.
You know, it's all
All right,
about how you
Cameron,
finish
take a
the
turn
fabric
here, honey.
and finish the look. That's what we try and do.
Look at, oh my gosh, and I love the color combination. I just love that you've got this really warm winter white, and it's just monochromatic, you know? It makes you look thin, it makes you look fit, it makes you look like you know what the heck you're doing, even if you don't, right?
That's what we try and do.
Cool, confident, and stylish?
Cool, confident, and stylish. There you
Michael,
go.
you're just playing with me.
Comfortable, confident, and stylish is what we like to do.
He's
But we
playing
like to
with
create
me.
cool luck staples.
And that you do. Remind everybody where they can find your brand here in Arkansas.
Well, you can go to Barbara Jean, or you can go on Toccin.com.
Okay, and how about my little dress, Michael?
Yours is a little LDT, actually, available at Dillard's.
Very cute. I love the color choice too as well. Well, our very own New York designer with our glamorous models, you too can look this good. Now we'll be right back. After this, you're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Now, before we go, we just want to remind you all that Christmas is approaching fast, and we believe that every child deserves something under the tree. That's why KARK and Arkansas Style have partnered with Hank's Fine Furniture to bring you Santa's Holiday Gift Drive, benefiting the Children's Advocacy Center of Arkansas. We have placed large boxes of all 6 Hank's Central locations and are accepting donations until December 18th. So be kind this holiday season and let's give back, and tune into Arkansas Style every weekday at 2 to follow the progress. Thank you so much for joining us today, and don't forget to follow us on social media to share with us what gives Arkansas its style. Michael Toccin, First Lady Susan, thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having
It's been an absolute pleasure, and now we blow the audience a kiss and we say until next time, again with love. Mwah.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Style with Nicole Neiman. Sponsored in part by Vantage Health Plan. Furniture provided by Hank's Fine Furniture.